So does an intake actually give your car a little extra horsepower? Well, that's what I'm going to be trying to figure out today. Not really very scientifically, more of just like a butt dyno kind of thing. But yeah, I got a new intake that we're going to be installing on the Mercedes. And then I got some other little stuff that we have to do with the brakes and the coolant and things like that. But we're going to be installing that. And let's just get right to it. So what I've picked up is a high flow, high performance, what is it called? Air filter that we're going to be putting in. They say that these things really help out with these motors. They breathe a little bit better. We're gonna see. It's not really an intake. It's kind of just like the actual air filter, but just way nicer. And my old air filter is like absolutely disgusting. I haven't changed it out since I bought the thing. And I don't even know if it's been changed out like in its whole entire life. So being a 2011, that thing is probably pretty gross. I remember I looked at it once and I think I saw like a couple bugs in it. And I just never got around to doing it. So we're going to be taking a look at that, taking it off, putting the new one on, and seeing what that actually does. On the topic of can you actually make more horsepower with a actual intake, like a whole new intake system, there's a lot of good videos out there that kind of explain it well. I think you can. I think it actually does help, but if you have supporting mods that go with it. So like intake, exhaust, and a tune, like those three things, like you'll see a difference. If you're just doing the intake, then maybe not, but you'll definitely have to get like a tune to see the differences. So I think you can make a lot more horsepower with an intake, like an actual intake installed. But it's not really what we're doing today. We're doing more of a filter upgrade, and I think it is gonna help. I don't know how much we're gonna be able to see or tell, but we're just gonna have to try it and figure it out. Also, who knew that these studio lights were gonna be like also such good shop lights? I have those. So this piece basically just pops off right here. I see a little bracket back here that we can probably unclip, and then I'm not sure what other clips are out here. Maybe we can just like pop this off. I don't really know. If we feel back here, I don't feel anything else. So it gives me reason to believe that this might just pull straight up and off. But I don't really know how. I see a little clip down here, but I think that's the bottom part. We'll see. Dude, this thing is so hot because I just drove it. One thing I'm just realizing now, this has 2 air filters and I only bought 1, so bummer. Still, we're gonna be taking these off, looking at them. We'll replace one, we'll get another one another time. I just wanna see how disgusting these things are. Oh, I told you there was bugs in here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a whole wasp nest in here. Oh my Lord. Ew. I need to get that other filter like ASAP. I had no idea it was that bad. See, I could have been losing like 50 horsepower this whole time. The actual filter looks pretty gross. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but it's still, I think it's seen its time. There's so much crap in here, it's disgusting. Let's look at the other one. Oh my God. Dude. Again. Look at that. Y'all see how much stuff is in there? Look at that bug. How does that even get in there? Oh man, yeah, this was bad. This was real bad. Well, glad I'm replacing these. So I'm gonna clean basically one air filter as much as I can, put that back in, and let's do a little comparison of the high flow filter compared to the normal filter. So here is our high flow premium air filter. I think the thing about this is it's just got less ridges, and it's also red, which is cool. Comes with a little extra rigidity bar, I guess. Oh my God. Yeah, I think it's just got like a lot less ridges to it, which will probably help, which will definitely probably help. I mean, I do have an exhaust on my car. It's like a full straight pipe from the headers, basically. So maybe this will help. Once I get the other one, I think it'll help even more. I honestly think just getting all those bugs out is gonna help a lot, because that was gross. That means like, I don't know how well these filters work, but hopefully that stuff wasn't getting into the engine. Just like that, performance air filters are in. Last thing I gotta do is just install this little brake line. Hopefully I don't have to take off the wheel. I might have to take off the wheel. Now, if you guys own a Mercedes or a BMW, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about with this, but after you replace your brakes, you have to replace this little brake pad sensor, and it indicates like when your brake pads are running low to get them replaced. And every time you have to replace your brakes, you also have to replace this thing, and I always forget to buy it. So this is my brake caliper right here, and then right back here, you can see the little plug. And so it plugs in right here, and then the other end, this part, actually plugs right into your caliper itself. So it plugs, it's kind of dark, but it plugs right in here into your caliper, so you have that little line. And just like that, we got this thing plugged in right here, and then right there it plugs right into the brake pad itself. So super easy, super simple. If you guys were wondering like why that was still popping up after changing your brakes, if you have a BMW or a Mercedes or anything like that, it basically, if you have an indication that says brake pad low or change brake pads or something like that, that's what it is. So just make sure to pick those up whenever you change your brakes, and you'll be all set. After you replace it, do keep in mind that you have to drive, oh my, I'm sweating so bad. Keep in mind that you have to drive like a few miles for that to go away, so don't immediately think that it's gonna change. Kind of like TPMS sensors. Now all that's left is we just have to top up coolant, and then we're gonna take this thing out and see if we can, I don't know, feel a difference with that intake. time to think, time to, I can't talk. Time to see if this thing, make sure I got everything out. Everything's out, wheels are tight. Wait, wheels aren't tight. Whew, man, I always forget that. I always forget that. Now wheels are tight. Man, one time I went down the road and I think I was replacing my brakes. And I didn't tighten the wheels on my car and one wheel started shaking and I swear, like, it was this close to falling off and I was doing like 60. Scary. You'd think that I'd have like, I'd remember, but yeah, no, definitely did not. Alrighty, so first test run. There's a bunch of crap in my seat, so hopefully that doesn't start flicking around everywhere. But we'll see if we picked up any horses replacing this. Oh man, do I think we actually did? Probably no. I mean, let's be honest here, probably not. But I'd like to think we did. Oh, feels fast. I mean, it honestly feels pretty fast. Also, with the back seats down, man, you can hear the exhaust so much more. All right, let's see. Feels pretty much the same. I mean, I'm sure it's good that we replaced it. I didn't think we were gonna get much horsepower gains from this thing, but also, I mean, just listen to that freaking motor, man. It sounds so good. Like, I really like it. We'll go into manual mode, click down a couple gears. Oh, man. Downshifts just sound so much better. Doesn't that sound nice? There's so much stuff sliding around back there. It's so annoying. I have like a helmet, like stuff I used to clean. Oh my god. Dude, this thing is fast, like no joke. Maybe, honestly, maybe it does run a little bit better. Man, it's such a bummer that I'm selling this, honestly. I mean, I like this car, and I know my next daily is not going to be as nice as this, because I want to get like some Japanese thing anyways. It runs pretty smooth now, absolutely. I mean, it ran smooth before, but anyways. So overall, can you make extra horsepower with an intake? Yes, you absolutely can. Like, for sure. As long as you do the other supporting mods like intake, exhaust, and a tune, I think that everybody knows those three things. And make sure you actually get a cold air intake if you want to get a cold air intake and not just take the air box off and replace it with a cone filter. That's not how it works. Cold air intakes usually route the air box somewhere else where you have like nice cold air coming in. I know 350Zs and 370s, the cold air intake actually sits right in front of the car, and so like when you're driving, it's nothing but just fresh cold air. Well, my camera just died on me. And also, I don't know how good all that video looked because I didn't have the settings right, so it might be blown out. If it's blown out, I'm sorry. But what I was saying, what was I saying? If you want to get a cold air intake, go get a freaking cold air intake. Don't let anybody discourage you by saying it's not a real mod, because it is a real mod. And there's a reason why really cool builds have cold air intakes on them. So, can you make more horsepower with a cold air or just an intake in general? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. This is where I'm going to end today's vlog, boys. I got to go mow the grass and get ready for things to do on the weekend. Today is Saturday. You guys will probably see this Monday. But yeah, I got some stuff to do. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.